It's the cruelest thing you've ever done. My uncle always bragged about being a self-made millionaire. Every family dinner, he'd lecture me about earning your keep while flashing his Rolex. When my parents passed away in a car crash, he became my guardian. I was 16 and devastated. The funeral was on a Tuesday. By Thursday, he had me scrubbing grease traps at his restaurant. Grief doesn't pay bills, he said, watching me struggle with industrial cleaning equipment. Your parents spoiled you. Time to learn what real work looks like. 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. No pay because I was learning the business. He pocketed every tip customers left me, claiming it went toward my room and board. His wife, Jenna, was worse. She'd inspect my cleaning with white gloves, making me redo everything if she found a single spot. At least now you're finally useful, she'd say, then go get her nails done with money I'd earned. I lived in their basement on a mattress that smelled like mold. The only window was painted shut. While their daughter Emma got a new car for her 16th birthday, I got Emma's old clothes that were 3 sizes too small. Dinner was whatever was left after the family ate. Cold pasta, dried out chicken, sometimes just bread and ketchup. My uncle would pat his belly and say, "Nothing tastes better when you've earned it through honest work." The customers started noticing. Mrs. Stark, a regular, would slip me extra money and whisper, "This isn't right, honey." But I was terrified to say anything. Where else could I go? My uncle loved humiliating me in front of people. When customers asked if I was his son, he'd laugh loud enough for the whole restaurant to hear. Just the hell. Found him sleeping under a bridge. The other workers felt bad for me, but kept quiet. Jobs were hard to find, and my uncle fired people for looking at him wrong. Jenna would bring her book club friends to the restaurant just to point me out. "That's our little charity case," she'd announce. "We took him in when nobody else would." At school, I fell asleep in every class. Teachers thought I was on substances. My grades crashed. The guidance counselor called my uncle about college applications, but he hung up. "College is for people with money," he told me. "You've got everything you need right here." Emma would brag to her friends about her live-in servant. She'd throw parties while I worked, then make me clean up their mess when I got home at 2 a.m. My uncle's favorite game was making me count the register while he watched, then claiming money was missing. "Guess you're working an extra shift this weekend to make up for it," he'd say, knowing I'd never stolen a penny. The breaking point came during Christmas. The restaurant was packed, tips were huge, and I'd worked 18 hours straight. When I finally got home, Emma was opening presents under a massive tree. My uncle handed me a gift. Inside was a toothbrush. "For that hygiene problem you've developed," he said, while the family laughed. I went to my basement corner and cried.